welcome. It's Lydia Nakazawa here, and today we're going to be getting into some VTuber Newsy news. But before we do, please make sure to smash subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell. All right, guys, let's go. This is our very first piece of Newsy news. So this piece of Newsy news is actually from the Japanese Fair Trade Commission, posted on yomori.co.jp, and it says, preventing celebrities from transferring or becoming independent and restricting the use of stage names and group names may violate the Anti-Monopoly Act FTC to talent agencies. So this is related to VTuber agencies. It says, it has been learned that the Japanese Fair Trade Commission is of the opinion that acts of talent agencies that obstruct the transfer or independence of entertainers, such as actors, entertainers, and singers, may be in violation of the Anti-Monopoly Act, such as abuse of dominant bargaining position and interference with trade. The FTC will soon publish a report summarizing problematic acts and encourage them to take corrective action. As part of the effort, the commission investigated the actual state of contractual relationships between entertainers and talent agencies. The entertainers responded to the FTC with the following statements. When I told them I wanted to leave, I was told, if you quit, we'll crush you. You'll no longer be able to work in the entertainment industry. That is disgusting and very problematic. While we were in discussions about leaving, bad reviews were spread about me, making it seem like I was a selfish entertainer. My former agency told its clients that it was not okay for them to appear together with me, and I lost my job. This is very bad. The FTC believes that talent agencies are using their powerful position to cause disadvantage to entertainers in an act of abuse of dominant bargaining position. Some agencies restrict the use of stage names or group names after leaving an agency, and celebrities have said, my former agency told me, we own the rights to your stage name. It is said that if a celebrity wants to continue using their stage name, but the agency does not approve, this could be considered a refusal to do business. He also pointed out that there is a perception within the talent industry that transfers between talent agencies are not permitted. And if agencies jointly restrict transfers, this would become a problem, as it would be an unfair restraint of trade. So this is actually something that's really good that's going to be happening, because the thing is, the stage name is only important because people care about the person behind it, right? This is something that I've been saying for years, right? So as of right now, this is just a warning and an opinion piece, but if it ever became law, it could have big consequences for corporations, right? Like HOLOLIVE, like NIJISANJI now. So even you were able to retain your stage name, what you did, any content that was produced under that CORPO would still remain with that CORPO, right? But anyways, this is actually really wonderful news, because that means that if you go to leave an abusive company, you can actually take your stage name with you, which is huge, because starting from the bottom all over again is really tough. And honestly, like, people should be credited for their hard work, because you fall in love with the talent. So let's just see what some of the people on Reddit gotta say. Okay, so Emiliza says, this would be progressive if it ever goes past an opinion. As far as I know, even the USA doesn't do this. I know, for example, in WWE/wrestling, they keep all IP, including the wrestler name. An incredibly famous wrestler, Cody Rhodes, was forced to leave behind Rhodes when he left the company, even though that was the name his father wrestled under, who is arguably one of the most famous wrestlers in history. That's true. And I believe when Hulk Hogan left, he had to pay Vince McMahon a certain amount of money to keep his name Hulk Hogan. OP says, this is just their opinion on the subject, but I don't doubt that they'll likely be pushing for this to become an actual law they can enforce. It'll be interesting how companies like Cover and ANYCOLOR, who have maintained VTuber IP exclusivity, will react to this if the above opinion does become law. Yeah, hopefully this is something that actually goes into law, because it is really unfair as a content creator for you to work so hard on building an IP up to surrender it to a corporation. So this is incredible. Hopefully this is something that gets passed. For the government to give a crap, this must be affecting a lot of people. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this is something that goes forward. Okay, on to our next piece of Newsy news. You know, guys, we can't have a Newsy news segment without ANYCOLOR, right? Exactly. Okay, so this is posted on ANYCOLOR's X account, translated by Google, so it may not be perfect, but we're going to try anyway. So this is progress in responding to extremely malicious slander and trolling directed to our affiliated live streamer, Haru Keida. It says, thank you very much for your continued support of the virtual liver groups NIJISANJI and NIJISANJI EN. It says, in June 2024, ANYCOLOR Inc., hereafter referred to as our company, reported that it would pursue criminal liability against individuals, hereafter referred to as targets, who had engaged in trolling, tag vandalism, and threatening harm against our affiliated live streamers, primarily Kaida Haru. So when it says tag vandalism, they mean like the hashtags. It says, we are now reporting that this case against the individual has been referred to the Tokyo District Public Prosecutor's Office on charges of obstruction of business. So, see, obstruction of business is always such like a weird, like, it seems like a weird term. Anyways, let's continue. We are currently carrying out multiple legal procedures against our affiliated live streamers, including this case for slanderous acts. We will continue to report the progress of these proceedings to the extent that they are publicly available. We will continue to work with all stakeholders to respond to defamatory behavior and other abuse so that our affiliated live streamers can work with peace of mind and so that the fans can enjoy our content wholeheartedly. So it says, in addition, reporting aggressive or defamatory behavior form on our corporate website accepts reports of defamation against our affiliated live streamers, unauthorized reproduction of singing videos, short videos, live event footage, and impersonation. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to everyone who has cooperated with us on a daily basis, and we hope for your continued cooperation. To be fair, what they're doing is actually okay this time. Obviously, not cool to threaten harm against your live streamers. So what NIJISANJI is doing is actually correct in this case. So let's see what some of the people on Reddit got to say. The user Isay says, Kaida has been targeted for years now. I remember them hijacking his tags and would post gore and even dox him. It was really bad that even Twitter wouldn't load his tags anymore because of the amount of spam containing his personal information and gore. Ugh, that's terrible. Kai Paraki says, cool. So when's it Aster's turn? And then Lord Ashura says, it makes me wish HOLOLIVE would go nuclear on the stalker harassing Kiara like NIJI is doing. So yeah, ANYCOLOR, this might be like the one time that they're actually in the right. Anyways, that is just the update on the criminal report regarding the harasser that Kaida Haru has. All right, on to our next piece of newsy news. Well, guys, remember when I said in this video that that should be it for 2024? Well, this last one just squeaked itself in because, you know, guys, I mean, technically today's only the 30th. There's still one more day left. So we're going to be talking about BondLive. So BondLive is a Japanese VTuber agency, and there's some sussiness going on there. There's been mass graduations, and this is happening right now. Like as of right now, I literally had like exported my video, but I'm like, oh God, this is something huge that's happening. Anyway, so this is BondLive. So what's happening over at BondLive? Well, it started off here. So this is Prinny Pop, and Prinny Pop is a hyperactive candy princess. So Prinny Pop says, due to current awful developments, I'm graduating from BondLive effective immediately. It says, I am angry. I am disappointed. I am quite frankly disgusted. I do not own my IP, but you'll find me soon if you're observant enough. I am so sorry. So you're like, oh my God, what's going on here? So this is the announcement. It says, announcements. Hello, my precious nougats, my favorite people I have ever met. I'm not sure how to say this, so I'm going to just rip off the Band-Aid. I am graduating. I will no longer be making content as Princess Lollipop under BondLive. By extension, I will no longer be on IRAM US. I am feeling a lot of emotions. I'm sad, angry, but most importantly, I'm disappointed. I do not regret my decision to leave, but I hurt knowing it'll hurt you. I am truly sorry. I want to sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything. My community, my nougats have all genuinely changed my life. I found a home with all of you, and I hope to find it once more. One day we will meet again in the Candyverse, and we will set fire to the VTubing space together again. I believe, ... Hopefully, it'll be soon. Yes, I cried typing this. So this is a big deal. An effective, immediate graduation. Something is happening that is not on good terms here. Here's a friend of Prinny who is going to get a little bit deeper into what exactly is happening. So this is a Ariardo on X, and it says, unfortunately, I know exactly why she's graduating, and it makes me absolutely furious. And then they continue to say, I've met so many amazing friends who happen to be affiliated with Bond, Princess Lollipop included. The fact that they're pulling a my Hanase and doing nothing about bullies within their company, Bond has not changed. So you're like, okay, what is my Hanase? So we'll take a look here. This is my Hanase. It says girl group member expelled from team after visiting hostess bar with male entertainers. I believe this is what I is referring to, but we really don't know. So Bly says, another corpo, what the heck is even going on anymore? And I says, it's very bad, Blaze, like NIJI bad. So that is setting off a lot of alarms, a lot of red flags. So long story short, if you want to support Prinny is now posting on the PL under Cine. So Cineplays is just trying to be really positive about this. And Cine says, if any agencies, wink, wink, want hot candy princess, wonk, wonk, hit me up, laughing my ass off. So obviously she wants to be found. So this isn't really like a PL secret thing. So if you are a big fan of Prinny, make sure to follow Cine. So you're like, oh, okay, maybe it was just like, you know, one rogue graduation. But here's where it gets interesting, guys. There is more. So this is Amanogawa Yuvia from BondLive. Says, I'm deeply grateful to have had this journey with you all. I hope we will meet again soon. A graduation announcement says, I'm sure you all have seen the graduation post on BondLive EN. This is also my formal graduation post. I have been a mess of emotions with everything that's been going on. And with current situations, I am upset, stressed, and cannot continue this. But I will say this, I do not regret my decision of joining because through this, I have made many amazing friends and met so many people that I would love to keep in contact with. And if I had the choice, I would do it all over again. And as for those that have supported me, I may not have shown it as much, but you all mean the absolute world to me, and I'm happy to have been able to make memories with you all. And do not worry, our adventure may have ended here, but I will still be around. Just keep an eye out for me. You're like, oh no, like this is another graduation from BondLive. Here's another one. This is Momo Mamiya, and it says, it's been short but sweet ride. Notice of graduation. Due to the developments in the company and my own health conditions, I'll be graduating from BondLive EN and IRAM. Don't hesitate to come find me. I'm sorry for the short notice, Modorachis. Another graduation. Here it is again. This is Anna Marielle Faye from BondLive EN. Thank you for everything. My apologies, and shall meet again soon. So it says, I don't have a fancy post or a lot to say here. I am more than positive everyone has seen the other graduation posts from the other talents. I have been mentally booming for a while and can no longer carry on as it stands. I am upset, stressed, and distraught over a lot of things that have occurred. I do not regret my time I've spent with so many wonderful people and so many wonderful friends I have made. I appreciate everything that has been done for me in my community that has grown here. I love and appreciate you all, and it greatly pains me to step away like this. Another one. This is Kazura Kota from BondLive EN. My dream came true, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. Here's this graduation notice. I am sure you all have seen the current graduation post going around in BondLive EN, and I know this is worrying so many people. But to be quite honest, I can't do this anymore. I'm stressed, I'm upset, I'm honestly stunned. This has been weighing on my back for so long, but part of me wanted to stay. I've met so many amazing people since I started this journey, but honestly, I'm done. I can't stand by idly, and I won't see this to the end. Whatever happens next is none of my business. Okay, that's interesting. And it says, I appreciate you guys for everything you've done, but it's not the end for me yet, so don't worry. I'll be around, just keep a close eye out. But honestly, I won't let this happen while I'm here, so I'm done. To my community, to those who have watched me from the shadows, and to my friends that I've met, thank you so much. This is so much more than I thought I'd ever achieve, and I'm so happy I was able to at least dream a bit. Wow, this is so powerful. A lot of the graduation notices are like, I'm upset, like this has been going on for some time. You're like, what is this? Like, what's going on? And here's another graduation from BondLive EN. It says Keika Fujikoa, and it says, hey, confidants, it's with a heavy heart that I announce my impending graduation. Please understand, I will no longer be part of BondLive. I will announce my graduation date eventually. Please stay safe and take care of yourselves for me. So it's like, whoa, guys, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 as of date and time of filming. There could be more. So what is going on here? Okay, so this is a tweet that I made on X, and I said, holy crap, so many BondLive members are graduating. What the heck happened? Comments from friends of the libraries imply bullying situation within the corporation. Below are all the grad announcements I've seen. So I retweeted all the graduations that I've seen so far. And I did get this reply from Maimu Akime at BondLive saying, more than you know. So not really sure what that means at this point. However, Ganymede has made a tweet, an update saying, guys, please be careful when talking about BondLive stuff that's ongoing. It's a sensitive topic that many don't wish to discuss. Hopefully, we will have answers as soon as possible. For now, please don't spread rumors and just support the talents in their future endeavors. So just so everyone knows, I've not spread any rumors. I've read you all the talent's tweets verbatim. So per Ganymede, this is a highly sensitive and ongoing situation, so we'll check back in when there are more developments. On to our next piece of newsy news. This is Idol Corp, and if you remember, Idol Corp was absorbed by Brave Group, so Idol Corp is having its own set of problems. This post on X, Idol says, addressing harassment and doxing incidences. So here it says, we are deeply concerned about ongoing harassment and doxing targeting our talent. These actions, including tracking personal and past accounts, reposting VODs and member streams without consent, and posting private/intrusive materials. Such conduct is both deeply troubling and completely unacceptable. Harassment of any kind, whether through threats, invasive messages, or targeted campaigns, has no place in our community and will not be tolerated. Disregard of talent's privacy through the distribution of personal information and media represents a significant threat to talent safety. We are prepared to take all necessary measures, including legal action, to protect our talents. Additionally, we respectfully ask fans to refrain from harassing talents who create content on their personal accounts. While our talents fulfill their professional commitments, they are also entitled to pursue independent activities outside of those obligations. Harassment in these contexts not only undermines their well-being, but also damages morale and creativity. We sincerely thank our fans for their ongoing vigilance and dedication to ensuring the safety of our talents. This is a very fair statement. So this is posted on the KUROSANJI subreddit, posted by AJ Shell. It says, Idol releases a statement about harassment and doxing incidences. Interestingly, the statement also acknowledges that some of their talents create content on their personal accounts. Idol appears to officially condone this behavior and denounces anyone who harasses talents because they do this. Okay, so let's see what some of the people on Reddit got to say. Discordance says, good to see that Idol is taking a stance, even threatened taking legal action against the more egregious stuff. I don't understand the people who harass the Idol talents that were doing content on their alts as a side thing. To me, it seems like an utterly strange take to have to harass them over. Prestigious Screen says there is no excuse for this kind of behavior, and this is one of the things that a corpo should step in for, able to leverage their resources to protect their talents. Yes, actually correct. Yeah, it is very nice that this corporation still has their talents back. And yeah, content creation is so weird because, you know, if you want to create content, sometimes you have to be like laser focused, right? So like, say, for example, a VTuber is, I'm a first person shooter kind of VTuber and that's all I do. But obviously human beings, we all have different like talents and wants and stuff like that. So like sometimes like maybe like I'm a first person shooter, but also I really like pottery, right? So like you can kind of see where like, you know, on their PL, they're like, oh, I'm going to do my, you know, pottery stuff because it doesn't really fit with the vibe of the V2 being the first person shooter, right? You can kind of see where people make different content because yeah, human beings, we got different interests and hobbies and stuff like that. The machine that is YouTube and Twitch sometimes doesn't allow for that type of creativity. So you can see why people do things on their PLs that are different than the normal content that they normally make. So this is actually a very refreshing take from Idol. So yeah, obviously don't harass your livers, guys. Like, come on. All right, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is Series FAUNA. Series FAUNA is a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber associated with HOLOLIVE. So Series FAUNA is leaving HOLOLIVE. However, the fans wanted to give one last gift by getting her YouTube channel to 1 million subscribers. So this is posted on X, and this is Series FAUNA. It says, the past few days have been crazy, and I don't have all the right words to express how grateful I am to be surrounded by such wonderful people. Thank you to everyone for helping me reach 1 million subscribers. It's the last week and there's a bunch of fun stuff coming up. I'm still recovering from my cold, but I'm planning on streaming every day. Wish me luck. I've had so many mixed emotions leading up to the end and it still doesn't feel real. It's impossible not to be sad, but I've really had so much fun this last month and I feel grateful to have had such a good send-off. Although it's sad right now, I think the future is bright, and I hope I can send some optimism your way. Let's have a great week. So this is Series FAUNA here. So it has officially reached 1 million subs, which is absolutely incredible. Plaque in the mail, hopefully. But if you are a fan of Series FAUNA, make sure to follow Lemon Leaf, and maybe you can get Lemon Leaf to 1 million subs as well. Hint, hint. Okay. All right, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is Minato Aqua. Minato Aqua was a female Japanese virtual YouTuber associated with HOLOLIVE. So Minato Aqua graduated and became Yuki Sakana, who is an independent Japanese YouTuber. So she looks like this. So why are we talking about Yuki Sakana? Well, guys, Speaking of 1 million subs, Yuki Sakana has also hit 1 million subs on YouTube, which is absolutely incredible. That is a humongous milestone. So it says Yuki Sakana just hit 1 million subs within an hour of starting her 1 million sub goal karaoke. She now owns 2 YouTube Gold Play buttons. That is absolutely insane. So this is her YouTube channel here, and you can see it has 1 million subs. Okay, on to our next piece of news. This is KIZUNA AI. KIZUNA AI is a female Japanese virtual YouTuber who debuted in 2016, and she was the pioneer in the field, and she was the one who coined the phrase virtual YouTuber. So she went on hiatus in February of 2022. So since then, her YouTube channel has been dormant, but also like, oh, you know, I'm sleeping, right? So anyway, so this is something interesting that happened. So this post on the Kurosanji subreddit posted by Rifel says, it's finally official. KIZUNA AI has her first live since her departure. It says, after months of cryptic messages and videos, KIZUNA AI's channel just posted her return date for December 30th at 7 a.m. EST. Either that or it's another bait. Let's just hope for the first, but I expect the second. So if you go to her channel here, it's like, oh, she is sleeping, so she'll be awake in 57 days. However, she did have a surprise live that was posted about 5 hours ago as of filming. So you can see here, it was actual like 3D live that had her there, had actual fans IRL there, which is super exciting. So I'm a huge fan of KIZUNA. I'm happy to see her return. She is coming back to streaming, hopefully, fingers crossed, in 57 days. All right, on to our next piece of news. This is EBI, and EBI is an independent Canadian VTuber and voice actress who debuted on the 23rd of September 2022. So I was talking about EBI. Well, EBI had her channel taken down. However, in a Christmas miracle, it's come back. So this is posted on X, and EBIKO says, we did it, shrimp pies. Thank you so much for your support. And then Team YouTube says, hi, good news. Our policy team has reinstated your channel, EBIKO. Note that a strike was issued on some of your videos due to violations of our nudity and content policies. Thank you for your patience while we looked into this further. And EBIKO says, thank you to everyone who reached out, supported me, offered advice, and stayed by my side. I'm beyond excited to share that the 100K YouTube sub goal for 2025 is officially back in motion. Let's make it happen together and get that silver play button. Woo! So this is absolutely incredible news. So congratulations, EBI. That was awesome. I'm so glad that you were able to get your channel back. Also, as someone who had their channel taken down, it was COTTONTAIL VA. And COTTONTAIL VA is an independent Canadian VTuber who officially debuted in November 2020. So COTTONTAIL VA, also in a Christmas miracle, got their channel back. This is COTTONTAIL's X account. It says, the YouTubes are back up. Thank you so much for the support and getting YouTube's attention with this and getting my ASMR and music channels back up. You have no idea how grateful I am to have the best community, for real. Merry Christmas. It's a Christmas miracle, everyone. That is so amazing. It's wonderful to see people get their channels back because it's very scary that YouTube can, at a drop of a hat, delete an entire channel that you worked months or years to get to where it is, just for them to be like, nah. It's terrifying, right? So hopefully, fingers crossed, this doesn't happen again. So this piece of news, I'm not sure if it's related, but I thought that I would pull it up because it is, the timing is a little bit interesting. So here it says, this is one of the trending topics on Twitter as of filming. It says, YouTube addresses accidental channel bans. And it says, YouTube has begun the process of reinstating channels and accounts that were inadvertently removed due to a recent glitch in its system. This issue affected multiple creators, including Nadakuba, who expressed frustration over the platform's automated handling and lack of immediate human intervention. This is what we've been saying forever. The platform is currently addressing these mishaps, with some channels like Rose Tinted Spectrum already being restored. And even Shy Lily is weighing in here saying, YouTube AI is overruling humans now. Please look into this, Team YouTube. So it's nice that YouTube is actually addressing its internal problems. And honestly, yeah, this is huge. Yeah, automated handling and lack of immediate human intervention. This is huge, right? So especially since like YouTube is such a purveyor of like, make content constantly, like keep pushing. The algorithm demands it. And then when you actually run into a problem, suddenly it's like crickets, right? Okay, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is Pochi Wanmaru. And Pochi Wanmaru was a female English virtual YouTuber affiliated with Idol EN's first generation. So Pochi then became FLUFFENFOX, who is a female English virtual YouTuber. And just to give you some context, she had decided to do an indefinite break / hiatus. So Fluffen has a small update as to what's happened. So this is a screenshot. It says, hi, I tried to make it short, but it's still a bit to read. I have not been okay for a very long time now, and oh boy, let me tell you, it has not been fun. 2022 to 2024 has been honestly very difficult, and I'm still struggling. Hopefully 2025 will be kinder. I'm not sure what to say, other than I've finally taken steps to get help now, and will hopefully have a better understanding soon. I hope I can function on a more regular level, but it will take time. It has effed me up quite a bit. Things have sucked a lot, and for some of it has only served to exasperate everything, as I couldn't do anything and felt helpless, like no one would or could understand what I was going through. A lot happened publicly, despite much of it being private for NDA reasons, which has not been great. Unfortunately, I probably will never be able to talk about it. I can't change the past, I can't stop others from spreading toxicity, and I can't fix what's been broken. But I miss everyone, and I think I can find a healthy balance without throwing it all away. Dealing with this kind of attention has been very tough, and I've wanted to be left alone for the most part. I'm sure I've disappointed, put off, and confused a lot of people because of my own indecisiveness and insecurities, and I'm sorry for that. I've had very little guidance and have had to figure a lot of this stuff out by myself. There are times I have wanted to disappear completely from how I've been treated, but for what it's worth, I want to continue streaming here and there as a fun side thing, even if it's in a slower and more casual way. I will likely be returning in February. One thing I'd like to try more of is art. I will be experimenting and taking commissions. For the sake of my mental health, I have to do things differently, and I don't expect people to stay, especially because I might not be able to be consistent. I'm not here to impress anyone or force the whole content creation thing onto myself anymore, as it's been more of a negative experience for me. I tried to please everyone, and it only burnt me out in the end. I'll keep going at my pace. Your kindness has helped me a lot, even in times where I could only see the negative. If you thought of reaching out before, now would be a lovely time, as I'm a pretty lonely person, and I could use any support I get. I want to meet genuine people. Wow, that's tough. So anyways, it looks like she is coming back in February. If you are a fan of Fluffin, she is coming back in February, so you can send her messages of support. But if you are not a fan, that is a-okay too. Just make sure just to not engage with her stuff. Okay, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is HOLOLIVE. And HOLOLIVE, formerly Yume Reality, is an Indonesian entertainment agency focused on virtual YouTubers. So why are we talking about HOLOLIVE? Well, guys, we got some more sad news. It looks like another agency is closing up. So this is posted on the KUROSANJI subreddit, posted by Sunrise Fan 99. It says, HOLOLIVE, an Indonesian VTuber agency formed in 2020, announces closure on the last day of 2024. All the stars' IPs will be retained by the individual stars themselves. That is wonderful news. Thank goodness. Okay, so this is the actual statement. It is not in English, so here is the translation. It says, announcement of HOLOLIVE closure. First and foremost, we would like to express our gratitude to all the viewers who have consistently supported the stars and HOLOLIVE up to this point. After much consideration, we regret to announce that with a heavy heart, we have decided to end HOLOLIVE's journey on December 31st, 2024. This decision was made in the best interest of all parties, including both the stars and our staff. After HOLOLIVE concludes, all matters related to the stars, such as their characters, YouTube channels, and social media, will become full ownership of each individual star. They will continue their journeys independently. Finally, we would like to once again extend our deepest gratitude to everyone who has supported us throughout this journey. We hope that all parties will continue to support whatever choices and steps the stars take in the future. So this is just another agency that's been taken down by 2024. 2024 has been a bad year for agencies. A lot of them have closed and shuttered up. Let's see what some of the people on Reddit got to say. Johnny Relax says 2024 had to get one more closure in there, huh? And then Trouble says, probably for the best thing for Senna. Seems that she never recovered since the frog incident. What the? Okay, and they're like, what happened? So yeah, it looks like 2024, hopefully this is the last agency to fold this year. Fingers crossed. Luckily, all the talents will be able to keep their IPs and their YouTube channels. I agree with this. This is how it should be. If an agency closes up, it's only fair that the talents get their IPs and you know, the channel that they work so hard for. And I agree, like it doesn't seem like they have to like pay for it, which is wonderful, because I feel like that's a scummy thing. Just like, oh, you know, like one last hurrah, let's try to get like a little more coin out of our livers before we close down forever. So anyways, make sure to follow the talents that you love from Yume Live. All right, on to our next piece of news. This is Mint Fantome, also known as Made Mint, and she is an independent female English, Japanese speaking virtual YouTuber. So why are we talking about Mint? Well, guys, like your ears are gonna get blessed, okay? This is posted on X by Nanoplasm. Says, I'm pregnant and the father is Mint performing Santa Baby with a husky throat. So let's take a quick listen, shall we? Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, let's go.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
That is so good. So guys, give this a listen. It's absolutely beautiful. That song is always mwah, chef's kiss. Anyways, wow. Absolutely incredible voice. All right, guys, and that's the end of the VTuber Newsy News. However, I do have someone for the VTuber Spotlight. This is BERUFLOWER. And BERUFLOWER is a mangaka EN VTuber that loves to draw and sing. This is BERUFLOWER on X. This is BERUFLOWER on Twitch. And this is just a quick funny.
Throwing a single object. Ah!
Damn it, chat. Anyways, so please make sure to go follow BERUFLOWER on Twitch. And this is BERUFLOWER on X. And guys, that's it. That's the end of the VTuber Newsy News. Thank you so much for watching. I will be taking a little bit of a break and I will be back on January 2nd. So I hope you have an amazing new year. Thank you all so much for your support while I was sick. Thank you so much for just being here all year. So I really appreciate and I love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful 2025 and I'll see you next year. All right. Mwah, love you. Bye-bye.